Guys, I'm going to start right now. A little early. Hello, my name is Rob Succhetto. I draw zombies. That is my thing that I do, and I've been doing it for all of these nigh 20 years. Next year will be the 20th anniversary of Zombie Portraits when I first started providing the service and drawing zombies, and I haven't stopped since. So, welcome aboard and check out the drawings. Might want to check out Zombie Daily. There's a tip for you. Check out Zombie Daily for daily zombie art. It's incredible. It's all the stuff that I do here goes there and is scanned and ready for you to check out. That's on a daily basis. Yes, I know. You heard me. So tonight I want to do a few drawings from scratch to show you guys the entire process. So it'll be another sort of self-contained episode in the sense that you get to see the thing entirely from scratch to finished. So yeah, that's what I want to do, and I want to go with like really weird, like highly mutated or bizarre, almost kaiju-ish like zombies. So that's the idea that I want to do. That's the theme rather for this evening, and I think I have a few ideas. Something's been turning around in my mind, and I feel like I have to get it out. That's why I was like, yeah, I want to do that. Create some kind of like really weird looking thing that's definitely at least was human. So let me get right to it. And yeah, like I just have this image in my head all the time. Yes. Yeah. I feel like I have to. I feel like I have to explore it and get it out. So yes. Here it is. Here it is. Don't know why it's there. Don't know. It's the start of a horror movie, man. Yeah. Seriously though, don't know like what spawned it. Like, other than it, kind of looking like something from what's his name, Neil Marshall. Neil Marshall's sort of universe there that he's got. If you've ever seen his, he's got some short films that are like totally bizarre, Clive Barker-ish, like that vibe, that territory, like really weird mutations and like crazy concepts, man. Yeah, you got to check out his stuff. Neil Marshall. This is kind of, I guess, reminiscent of that, but I haven't had that on my mind, like. So I don't know where this comes from necessarily, but I felt I had to do it. Like a very bizarre zombie, like an ultra mutated thing, Yeah, and you can see like his head, the head's up there. And like the body is like growing immense around him, like but there's like rib cages in there and stuff. You know what I mean? So yes, crazy things like that, crunchy, crazy things like that. So yeah, I'm just gonna check the chat. I hope you guys are having a great day and evening. I really hope you guys had a great. Just checking the chat there. I hope you guys had a great week, man. We're Friday, and getting all the closer to the to Halloween, the big day. Yeah. And speaking of which, I will be at the Hanmer Valley Shopping Center tomorrow. One of my last appearances this year in public for anything. Yeah, no, it's one of the last cons I think I'm doing. I don't think there's very many, if not maybe one more. And that's it. So yeah, if you're in the area, you want to come see me draw and check out some of the neat prints. I got a ton of new cool dinosaur prints. Yeah, man, it's true. You know, we got dinosaur prints. You know, zombie dinosaurs, man. Maybe that's how they went out. You know, but you know, I'm no paleo artist, man. But there's some pretty tight dinos there, man. So. Yeah, man, check those out. I got a lot of them. I think almost all of them have been posted on Zombie Daily already. So you can see all of those. And I think that's the second, sub-series in the dinosaur series. So, man, there's a ton of dinosaurs in there. I've done a whole lot of dinosaurs, man. I love doing them. You know, I really love doing them. So here we go with this thing. And again, I don't know where it's coming from. I've had it on my mind for the past few days. This shape, this form, I don't know why. You know. And now I'm drawing it. And, and by the way, earlier today, it never stops. The grind never stops. I love it, man. I'm the king of the grind. King of the grind. King of the grind. Earlier today on our program, I was doing a workshop with some wonderful youths at the college, and we did zombie portraits, man. So this was mine. Yeah, this was my zombie. So this is, everybody gets a template, and they end up so I show them how to go through the process of okay, this is how, you take the parts out, and here's some details you might want to use, and so we all go through the steps and create this crazy, and it's so wonderful to see the different, all the different and super unique takes on that template I've given them, man. And it's awesome. I gotta post some photos soon of that. I think I'm getting a photo of that the group photo. So this is what I did today too. I always draw zombies, man. Yeah, can't get enough. So this was mine. I really took them to Hamburger Land in this one. Yeah. So, and this is done with Sharpie. We all use Sharpie pen too, just right over the watercolor, of course, right? So yeah, it takes 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours, you got it, man. I didn't take any longer with this at all, So yeah, it's great, and then I show them how to do maggots too, right? So using the Bic pen, the whiteout pen, and then waiting for it to dry, and then outlining it, putting the little segments in it, the wee segments in it, and maybe a little dot for a mouth. And it pops right off, man. It pops right off. It's great, So we were doing that stuff. So yeah, it's so fun, right? It's great. I love doing that stuff. And I think they like doing it, man. I really think they like doing it. The stuff that they come up with is amazing, man. So, and all of the classes, every single class I've ever done from that wing or whatever of the college, it's always a gas, man. We always have a great time. So yeah, love doing those. Workshops, and yeah, I think I'd like to try to incorporate workshop in with the live stream somehow. Yeah, I think that'd be really cool. We could all sort of, I could do that with you guys live type of thing. It's fun. It's actually a really cool, it's a very simple process too. It's super fun. It's almost foolproof, man. You can't really make mistakes that you can't fix on it. So, yeah, it's great, man. I love it. I love doing those. For that simplicity, And that's the thing. Like, when I was doing like stuff with crazy deadlines, like efficiency was like number one. Efficiency and like speed. So I had to figure out how to do things super fast and effectively too, and all that. So, and still use those tools, right? So I kind of have those tools down. They always evolve. And they always change within each piece or each drawing, depending on, depending on like what level of detail it needs. But yeah, your style relatively stays the same, but does evolve over time still. Sometimes a lot, man. Sometimes not that much. you know. Yeah, I think almost like having that, and you guys could see the. So I'm drawing that nail like that, and the fingers all warped. Whoops! I popped my pencil. I popped my pencil. Yeah, yeah. There we go. I'm back on track. I don't know my own strength. Look what you made me do. Yeah. So no, like having warped, like mutated, like appendages, like almost. Oh yeah, have a little weird other toe, hand, finger thing happening there, toe, hand, finger thing. Yeah. Super mutated. And stuff. Yeah, I like that. And again, we're kind of just making this up as I go along. I've had this thing in my mind for a while, and I just had to get it out, man. So I'm like, yeah, do something with that. Draw that tonight, I'm working on a bunch of zombie portraits, but they're gifts, so I can't. It wouldn't be good to be doing those on a live stream, but yeah, engaged in many other things right now too, and starting Cape Fear 2, man, full speed ahead, because con season will be kind of over, or coming to an end, and I'm gonna sort of ease off on the zombie art as fast, as hard as I've been doing it lately, in preparation for the time that I can spend on Cape Fear 2. Because I really need to get into a rhythm, like a comic book rhythm. And to start-stop, man, it wasn't working. So, yeah, you find out, you remember things that didn't work before, they start coming to mind. Oh yeah, that didn't work the first time. Because I think I did that, I was juggling comics with something else or whatever, and it was not good. The result's not good. You have to be all in on that, I think. For me, anyway, Like, I think if you get into a rhythm, then you can sort of stray from doing just comics. But you need that rhythm of doing comics for a bit, without, like, unencumbered. Yeah. At least, that's what I think. As an artist here in Brooklyn, I just wanted to check the chat. There. Yeah, so, this is why I'm drawing this creature. And I kind of felt like he had more legs or something. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Or maybe like like a dangling foot or something. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's more like it. Yeah, because like in my vision, there was things hanging off of him or something. And oh yeah, having those like feet just dangling there. Yeah, I think that fits the bill. Got to think of these things. You got to think of these things. You got to think of these things. Like yeah, man, like putting, maybe having another weird little foot coming out of it. Feet. Yeah, feet. Immediately, it's no good. It's immediately it's gross. Foot. Putting a foot in it. Putting an extra foot in there always means it's just, grotesque. What, you don't like feet? Not when they're hanging off on little legs. Yeah, I think that's what it needed. I think that's what I need. I'm making this up as I go along. I'm going from the trying to get the thing that I've had my mind out. The thing I've had in my mind for a few days, lingering in there as a shape. I'm like, what do I do? What do I do with that? I gotta draw it. I gotta get it out of my system. Yeah, even shark fins or fish fins or something, man. Yeah. Yeah, he's got growths. Yeah, I think this will likely be the one we start and finish. I don't think we're gonna have time. I have to do that Halloween show tomorrow, so I have to get up bright and early. So I can't do as long. And you know what? That fits in perfectly because I kind of wanted to do one where it was like a one and done. A self-contained episode, so you can kind of see, everything, from top to bottom. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna just do this guy, and call it a zombie night. Yeah, just grotesque and rotting and sinewy and all kinds of weird boils, and gotta think of these things. Spinal columns haphazardly strewn, amongst rib cages that shouldn't be there, Is that a snot bubble? Gross. Yeah, I got a sinus thing. Sorry. I got a sinus thing. Yeah. So, working on it, man. Working on it. And, making it sort of like a grotesque hell zombie creature or something. Yeah, again, like those Neil Marshall, what's the sort of space one? It's like, it's this creature just made of hands and fingers and, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I can't remember the name of the short, but yeah, man, those are terrific, man. Those are really great. Those are a great, like, sort of quick watch, with like all the concepts you can handle, like, thrown at you, and it's so wicked, man. Yeah, it's so wicked. What a great job. What a great gerb. Yeah, and he did Dog Soldiers, man. Neil Marshall, and The Descent too, right? And I think of the same guy, and he did District 9, right? Or was it just District 9? Either way, our planet is doomed. I don't know. I don't know trivia. There. That's kind of where I want that, you know? And then you can, I can kind of do anything. Like, yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, like I can kind of do anything in there and make that foot like all messed up and twisted and weird, weird angles of the toes. All like, yeah, inhuman. Destroyed humanity, so almost like demonic. Yeah, I like that. And again, this is sort of, yeah, there we go with those intersecting lines. Oh, how I hate thee. Yeah, when lines are too close, there's a tension point. You really have to break it. You can't kind of be on the cusp of it. Like, you can't, you have to show that thing that's in front of the other thing with way more clarity, and not have those two lines like intersect, right? Because there's a huge tension point there, otherwise. So I'm actually making and actually that looks way better in my opinion anyway. That finger like jutting out like that with that huge nail, yeah. So that, and yeah, and that calf muscle is way back there. And this finger thumb protrusion or whatever has like a really ingrown nail there. So, more weirdness. It's kind of like those Bernie Wrightson mutants, the ones all over Swamp Thing, like chasing them off of a castle or whatever, man. Yeah, like. Those words put together are like pure awesomeness, man. Yeah, Bernie Wrightson, mutants, Swamp Thing, castle, like the best ingredients, and his Frankenstein stuff, right? Like, good Lord. Yeah, that is some crazy stuff, man. Wrightson. I think more sort of, yeah, I think like a wreath of sores. Huh. Maybe he does have sort of a demonic origin, but like maybe he's the demon of zombies, man. I don't know. The demon that represents zombies. I don't know. Nah, I think he'd have a different look. This guy looks kind of like minion-y, not leadery, He looks more like a mistake. We made a mistake. Now that mistake is terrorizing the entire town. That mistake used to be my husband. He's dead. So you gotta have a backstory, man. You gotta have a backstory for your things. You gotta have a backstory for your characters, man. It has to come from somewhere, The more fleshed out the character is in your mind, the better you're gonna draw it, So yes. Important. Kind of want that hand to maybe do this instead. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I like that better. Yeah, see, and you still work on it, right, until you start inking. So you want to get everything, you want to get everything in line before you start inking. I mean, again, you could still work things out in the inking stage to a degree, but it's preferred that you get all of your areas fleshed out before inking, right? So you can trust your pencils when you're laying down that ink. You know where to go, almost blindly, almost like sensibly, because you're instinctively in some cases. If you're even dry brushing and stuff, you want to make sure that the line you drew is used and it's right. You know, as much as you can. It's always better. Provide a good guide for your inking. Yeah, I like this. Yeah, his whole head's kind of tearing at it. Yeah. Weird bone protrusions, like the hip bone's totally cranked, that sort of thing. Oh, I gotta have some coffee here. That's how I like it, nice and dry. Nice and dry. Yeah. So we're adding the... Oh, you know what? Yeah, like not even nails, but almost like bony protrusions coming out of those fingers. Bony protrusions. Yeah. There we go. And again, that's, more detail to go off of when I start doing the inks. I don't know if I like I find that arm looks weird. I think it should have a different texture. Let's see. Kind of like the vein in there. Yeah. I'm kind of like straying off and then coming back to see what kind of texture I want for that arm. I don't know if I want to... What to do? Let's see. You know what? I'm going to take it right out and I'm going to start from scratch. I'm going to have the same feel, I think, but I want to try something radical. I kind of like that. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of like that. I think I'm doing that. I think that's, that's crazier, man. I like that. And I think it's got a lot more pop. And it's got a lot more sort of, style to it, more areas you can detail. An interesting concept too, like it's all like where are the joints? What is that meringue in there? So yes, I like that, and man, I just changed that, and I dig it. Maybe that thing will still be in my head, and it's with the arm down, but I didn't quite exercise it from my brain. But we'll see what happens, man. I personally like this. I personally like the weird, like bubbly, sloppy weird arm thing. Yeah, I think that's really cool. So, and that was very haphazard. I was just toying around with it, and it worked. You know, and again, sometimes that's the fun part of creating things too, right? You know, if you don't exactly know what you're gonna do, it's part of the adventure. You know, so yes, as you can see live right now, and guys, please feel free to subscribe to the channel, which would help me immensely. I would really, really appreciate it. As you probably well know, it would really mean a lot to me. Your support and interest means the world to me, guys, and I really appreciate it. So yeah, if you haven't subscribed yet, please feel free to do so. It will help me reach a higher echelon in the algorithm stream, and perhaps get in front of more eyes, and have more people enjoy my work, hopefully. Yeah. So there we go. Man, I think that's a really great start. I think that's a really good start. And willing to adapt, change. Yeah, I feel I must do this. Crack it open. Like a breastplate, or like a sternum, rather. Yeah. Where am I? There. So I have to check the chat. Adrian, hey, how's it going? Looking great so far, Rob. I love how intentional you are with your line work. I have so much to learn during the preparation process of building a piece. Oh yeah, well, I have to say, this I kind of knew where I was going to go with it, because, like I said, I've had it imprinted in my brain for the past couple days, and I kind of had an idea of how I was going to do it. Otherwise, I'd be kind of working it out a lot more, as maybe you've seen in other videos where I do this, where I do the drawings from scratch, so you can actually see. And a lot of those times I flub the crap out of it too. I literally go, no, I don't even want to work on that anymore, and start over and start over and start over. So yeah, sometimes the working out process is a lot longer than this, because yeah, I kind of felt I cheated by knowing a little bit where I was going to go, because yeah, like I said, I had this image in my head for a few days now for some reason. Don't know why, don't know where it came from. Like, I know obviously where it's influenced, or how it's influenced, who it's influenced by, or whatever, but yeah, I don't know why I had it in my head. I just felt I had to get it out. So I thought that would be a great subject tonight for us to do as a top to bottom drawing. Yeah. Because yes, it's just a one and done, right? So it's a self-contained episode. If you want to see how I'm doing the process, you're actually witnessing it. And later on, you can fast forward it, rewind it, whatever, and check it out in more detail if you want. And I'm not saying, oh, you're going to learn so much. You'll learn how I do things, and if you like that, and if you think it's works for you, or even a variation of it, feel free to use that. Yeah, and that's hopefully what your subscription does too, is to get other people to sort of see that and maybe experience it and have an epiphany, maybe even, and go, oh, I can do that, and kind of draw themselves, right? So yeah, I don't know. I think that's how things work. I'm probably wrong, right? Want to get in front of more people and do more things, If you be pure of heart, But yeah, so again, I do this stuff because I love it so much. If any of you guys ever need things answered, questions answered about what I do, about the art industry as I've seen it, and things of that nature, feel free to ask me in the chat or the comments. And if I don't address you the first time, if I miss it, then I will definitely address it the next time. And even if you miss it next time, watch it, watch it afterwards, after the live stream's over, and you can see your question addressed. And yeah, because I didn't have anyone giving me advice when I was coming up and wanting to do art as a career. I didn't really have anyone, and one person sort of came into town, and I met that person, and like he kind of really opened my eyes to like you can do this with your art and all that stuff. So, and he was incredibly talented, and I really looked up to him. So I think that really helped me, excel a little bit too. But mostly, man, I'm kind of self-taught, so I think anybody can kind of do what I do if they wanted to. I feel that, if they're passionate enough, right? So yeah. I mean, you can really do anything. You can. It's crazy. And me drawing for a living is the best thing on planet Earth. For me, I couldn't be happier. I really couldn't. It's like the best thing in the world. I love what I do so much. I love doing conventions and stuff, and meeting fans and drawing there, and I love the reactions that it's almost like a magic show to some people. I'm like blown away, and it makes me feel so great when you get that reaction to you drawing something that is so like pedestrian to you or so familiar to you, and people are looking at it like you're doing a magic show almost, like it's alchemy, like you're creating that, like it's almost beyond their grasp, and I love that. Like, I love that it is, that's so fantastic, so, and I want to kind of encourage people to carry on the traditional art, thing. So, and it's awesome, it's awesome. It's awesome to do, So there we go. I think we're ready to ink. We're gonna get this done. We're gonna get this done. Oh, that's so gross. Yeah, see? Yeah. Yeah. But that's what it is. That's what it is. It's a gross creature. So, gotta get gross with it. I've got some comic book stuff that, man, I've always wanted to publish, but it was way too, I think, graphic. And, but I have to publish it because it's really good. And I hate to say it because it's mine, and I don't want to sound like I'm boastful or anything, but I did it like decades ago. Oh my goodness, I don't even know when I did it. Like 90s, maybe? And I did it with ballpoint pen. Ballpoint pen, like Bic ballpoint pen. Black ballpoint pen. That's how I did the art. And it's dark. Like it's dark. Like it's super dark. It's Clive Barker, Stephen King, but like pure evil, man. Like it's really, yeah, it's really crazy. And it's really, like it's got Lovecraftian sort of vibes to it, and all kinds of stuff's going on. So yeah, I've always wanted to publish it, but I'm like, how do I publish it? Like, you know, under what banner, under what auspices? Like, is it just like, oh, Rob does comics now? No, I don't do comics now. You know, maybe in the future, man, when I'm older. What? You can get older? Yeah. And I think I'd love to do comics. I've got so many ideas for comics, man. Oh my goodness. Yeah, like fully fleshed out, entire, you know, stories with everything for multiple characters and everything, you know. So yeah, I could do that forever. That's why I could live like 10 lifetimes and never be bored, you know. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's crazy though, but it's true. I could like, oh my goodness, the Lego I could make. Like, oh my goodness, the Lego alone, not even drawing, but Lego, just doing Lego alone would be a lifetime, you know, a lifetime endeavor. Yep, it would be. It would be. Absolutely. You know. Like, you know, you might go to a hockey game once in a while, or out for dinner, but you know, no, it's a whole lifetime worth of stuff, man. You know, building a Lego city. Oh my goodness, yeah. The things that you can build, though. You know, if you had ultimate Lego knowledge and like unlimited parts. Yeah. So yeah, it's a lifetime right there. That is a lifetime right there. You know. And I've already done a lifetime of drawing pretty much. You know. So there's that one. But man, yeah, I could do, you know, 10 more lifetimes. Easily. There's always something to do. Always something to do. You know? It's true, though. Ah, the things you could do. You know? Like, some days I try to do as much things as I could possibly do. As quickly and as, like, efficiently as possible. And, like, okay, so once this load of laundry is done, I turn on the dishwasher, which, you know, I filled to the brim, you know, after, you know, probably a couple weeks, you know, just get everything done, you know, and yeah, like have those kind of days, and then sit down, do some drawing, and then go do other things, and then sit back down, do some drawing for a bit, you know, while something's cooking or whatever. Yeah, man, like, you know, you do a whole bunch of things. And I love doing that. I really love doing that. You know. Because I think, and I'm saying this because I think a lot of people sort of wonder what it is that I do all day, you know. And it's mostly promo, drawing, booking, doing zombie portraits, getting zombie portraits, the brand out there, you know, doing these, you know. And yeah, man, I love it. I love it. And I hope you guys really dig the live streams too, and maybe pick up a couple of little tips and tricks, as they call it in the hashtags. Yeah, art tips and tricks. Well, you know what? Here's the thing. Like I ink the way I ink. It's kind of like underground inking, I guess, too, using like hatching and cross hatching and stuff like that. I use those sorts of art methods, more than straight up comic book methods. Yeah, there is a difference, right? There is a difference, there's some comic book artists that kind of do this. Who's that guy? Carlos Magno? Man, he is terrific. Oh my goodness. Yeah, man. He's like a Mike Perkins guy, like super detailed and incredibly well rendered, like fantastic work. Like, you know what, man? There's some titles I just can't pick up, man. And he's doing, I think he was doing Undeadpool. Yeah, I think that's him. I think that's him that's doing that. Or was it Death of Silver Surfer? No, I think it is that. I think it is Undeadpool. But yeah, Carlos Magno, I think is his name. He is like terrific, man. Yeah, I think he was doing Avengers for a bit. Can't remember what title he was doing, but I was like, oh my god, this guy's amazing. And like, oh, is it Saladin Ahmed? Is it Saladin Ahmed? I think it's Saladin Ahmed is another guy who's like terrific too. And I think he was doing Avengers for a spell too. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, check your local comic book store for more details. Yeah. But yeah, really looking forward to Comic Book Day, recently, man. Some good books out there, man. Some good books. Some great art, man. Some great artists out there. Really cool stories, man. Yeah. Good time for comics now. Good times for comics for sure. So I am meticulously inking this Mutant Hell Zombie. Yeah. And I'm going to tighten that up a little bit. With the teeth, yeah. Sorry guys, I'm going into a fugue state because I have to concentrate for a few moments. Fugue. Yeah, these are tiny lines that I have to sort of figure out. Oh yeah, this is yeah. Kind of goes in that direction there's that. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, kind of a tongue too. Yeah. Oh yeah, have like a giant tumor or something on his head. Tumors for all. Yeah, giant growths and stuff and melty parts that are melty. Yeah. So yeah, this afternoon I was doing a really cool workshop with students at the college, and we did zombie portraits. with a little template that I provided everyone. everyone. So the template is on watercolor paper, and so we're just like doing the watercolor right on top and penciling out where the zombie effects were gonna go and all that stuff. So yeah, that's what I did. If you missed that earlier, I mentioned that earlier, but yeah, that was a lot of fun. I've got that. I haven't scanned it yet, but I think that's the 7th one for that class. Each year. I think that's the 7th one or 8th one. So that's a series onto itself, onto its own. Yeah. So yeah, that's a really fun one too. And it's really, really fun doing the workshops. I really love the results, man. They're always so cool and diverse and interesting, and sometimes way out there, and I'm like, wow, what a great the imagination or experience or whatever you bring into that is just wild, man. So yeah, I love doing those. I love doing those. Those are great. Yeah, such fun we'll have. There, yeah, that's a weird, right, texture in there. That's a weird texture in there. Right there, yeah. It's like bread dough. It's like dough. It's like, yeah, it's gonna have holes in it. It's gonna have holes in it. It's gonna have hairs coming out of it. Oh yeah, man. Yeah. Lieutenant Balzac. So there is the creature so far. Yeah, pretty warped, and it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse, folks. It can only get worse from here. Yes, and put in some spinal sort of trickery. Yeah. I you know what? These are nowhere near what spinal columns look like, but it doesn't need to. The effect is kind of there. It's kind of like Geiger-ish, having the spinal column or something that looks vaguely like that, or whatever kind of there in the structure, Veins. See, too, I'm putting veins in there, and kind of everything, right? He's kind of an everything. He's kind of an everything bagel. Yeah. Oh, I wish I could be. I wish I could be in the Sioux for the new for the next con there that they're having. The last one before the end of the season. Yeah, I think it's in December. Yeah, it's in December. Yeah, I can't do it, but yeah, I'd love to have done that one. If not just to see friends and stuff, but man, I love it, the Sioux. I love it, the Sioux. Yeah, what a great town, man. And the food, oh my goodness. If I ever want to do a Leaving Las Vegas style thing where I kill myself eating, it'll be going to the Sioux, I'll go to the Sioux, eat myself to death. Yeah. That's where I'm going to go. Best food on earth. Yeah. I think I have a pact with someone to do that. Yeah, it's a pact. It's a pact now. So he's got some other weird growth spinal column sort of things. And again, those spinal column things don't have to, protrusions or whatever, don't really necessarily even have to be accurate. They can represent something that is also mutated and twisted and whatever. So, yeah, it's dealer's choice, is what I'm saying. Yeah, I could kind of do, whatever I want there because I'm the one drawing it, right? So, that's how that rolls. Yeah, I like those weird, clusters of toes. Then that one, the big toe that's all snapped back like that. That. Yeah. Maybe have it protrude a little bit more. And yeah, here we go. See, I was saying, you shouldn't be shooting my rabbits. You shouldn't be kind of working things out in the inking phase, but I kind of just did that right there. Yeah. It happens. It happens. If you see something kind of that you can correct, your inking stage is kind of your last chance, though. Unless you're not painting it. If it's black and white, you can always white stuff out. But I try to avoid whiteout unless I'm using it for an effect, when I'm drawing. So, yeah, I like to keep things as clean and pure, and unobscured as possible. So, yeah, keeping your art clean, Yeah, and a weird foot there. Coming out of oh, gross. Yeah, some kind of folds of skin. Yeah, I don't know. I'm letting the pen and pencil do what they want. Yeah. I'm not in control. I'm kind of just going with the flow. Yeah, it's true. And you know what? I shouldn't even be using this number 2. I should be using a number 3. No, that's a number 8. See? Me vision. What is this a 3? No, that's an 8 as well. None of these 8s work. The 8s are always the first to go. Oh, here's a 3. Just about to rant. 8s are always the first to go. Oh, this, I don't think this is a good, you know what, I don't think this is going to work. No. Where's my good 3? Maybe it will work for this? What? Work? This? Yeah, kinda. Okay. Alright, right? Yeah. Can keep it going there, see what happens. It seems to be working okay. As long as I keep it, I guess, at that angle. So if I change the angle, it's not going to work well. It's true. That's what happens to these pens, right? You use them, and then they develop they sort of wear down, right? And they sort of develop a chiseled nib as a result. So you can maybe use it for a while, but even that doesn't last, and it starts to get crappy. So that's the one thing that I don't like about these types of pens is that they're not reusable. I recycle them. In fact, I haven't thrown one out since. I've got a bag of them, and I plan to do something with them. So stay tuned for that. Anyone watching right now is gonna go, "Oh yeah, that bag of pens." Yeah. When is he going to do that thing that he was saying? So yeah, intrigue we. But yes, I do like the ones that you can refill. But man, like I have a ton of those like brush pens, and it's so hard to get the refills for them. And like I haven't even tried for a while, and I feel so bad about that. But like there is no place around here that has the refills for those, and I just hate ordering stuff online. I just hate it, you know. So yeah, and every time I look too, it's like either discontinued or out of stock or whatever, and I'm like, oh man, where are they still making this, or where do I go, man? You know. So yeah, it kind of bites, and that's the brush pen. Yeah, oh man, I feel so bad because those are I've told so many people about how awesome these things are. And they are. This thing is ancient, and I use this for dry brush because it's all like frayed and everything. But I still use it because it's so awesome, man. Yeah, and sometimes I use it. I would use it for fills. What a crazy concept! Like I can't even find the ink anymore for this. Like it's just hard. I can't find it. It's for the pocket brush, right? The Pentel pocket brush. You know, and I look for it, and yeah, it's always out of stock or always discontinued in some places. And that sent a chill down my spine. However, I do have a giant thing of ink. I could theoretically, and I have in fact, filled like just to see if it would work, because I don't know if it's the same type of ink, right? It's got to be India ink that they're using, but what if it has a contingent that goes through that tip better? I don't know. So I used India ink, just regular India ink, and it seemed to work okay. Like I refilled the refill in the brush pen. Like they have a refill, right? And that's what I loved about them too. You could refill them, you know. Of course, they did too have a plastic, but you can refill the plastic thing too. So, oh yeah, it's beautiful, majestic even. I love these so much. Man, I've had so many good times with these pens. So this is the refill, right? So I would refill this with the India ink, but it's tough too. It's really hard to do that. You know, and I tried different syringes and things, and it's kind of tough. So, and it's messy, right? So again, like just if I had 10,000 of those, man, oh my goodness, he never stopped drawing after that. Yeah, those are, yeah. I've got so many of these pens. Sometimes I would buy these pens just because they had the ink refills in the same package. That's how desperate I was for the ink. Yeah. It's true though, man. You think I think I make something that idiotic up? No, it's true, man. It's true. That's the desperation. He's a desperate man. Yeah. Desperate times. There. Yeah, that's looking good. I think that's kind of cool. I'm gonna check my chat. Check the chat. Adrian, you cheated, yeah. Yeah, straight to zombie jail. Sorry, I don't make the rules. Yeah, man. Live by the sword. Live by the scissorword, man. Yeah. I cheated big time. I had the thought prior. Yeah, usually. And you know what? I kind of taught myself to go. I'd like to thank myself. I taught myself to go like, okay, Rob, like have a theme next time before you go in at least, you know, because I think that first one I was like a total bumbling idiot. I didn't even know what I was gonna do, you know. I didn't have a theme or anything. So yeah, it's just like having a modicum of a thought of a kernel of what you're gonna do is very helpful. It goes a long way for sure. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, so this is this. I'm inking it, and it's getting more fleshed out, pardon the pun. Or if you like puns, enjoy that pun. Guys, if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, you're free to do so at any time. And I have to say, I cannot believe the odd and sudden influx of subscribers today. I was utterly shocked. For me, like, I mean, you know, for that many like new subscribers in a day, I was like blown away. So yes, thank you so much, guys. It does not take much to impress me. You will find that I'm an easy mark. No, like that just blew my mind. It really did. And yeah, thank you all for subscribing. All the new subscribers, all the old subscribers, all of you subscribers are so helpful, and I'm so thankful for your interest and support. It means everything to me, guys, and you're the reason why I do this stuff too. You know, for sure. How could it not be? How could it be anything but? You know, I love doing cons. You know, I love drawing for people and that, and you know, doing the magic show, so to speak. Doing the magic show, yeah, just drawing, man, just drawing and creating stuff at the cons and that, and I just pulled out a new bolt of Cape Fear graphic novels because I ran out. Like, I think I had 3 left. Yeah, man. So that, I'm telling you, that Cape Fear graphic novel is flying off the shelves, man. And I have to see if I have even another box, because yeah, I'm kind of worried I have to go into third printing, man. You know, because yikes, I sold a lot this year, man. I sold a lot of Cape Fear graphic novels, and wow, yeah, a lot of people picked them up. Yeah, like, what was the last con that I was wiped out? I think it was probably in the Sioux. Yeah, it was probably in the Sioux. And then when I came back, I think there was another con I went to where, you know, again, I had very few left, and that almost wiped me out. Yeah. So, but that's so wonderful, man. That's so wonderful. And I'll be doing a lot more comic book work soon. Con season is sort of coming to an end, so I'm going to be, you know, not retiring from zombie drawings or anything by any means, but I'm going to concentrate more on Cape Fear 2, get into a rhythm with the comic, and do live streams with me and you guys doing the comic, man. You know. And you'll see it's the making of live, you know. Making of Cape Fear 2. And if you haven't read Cape Fear 1, and you're local here to Sudbury, you can pick one up at Bayou's Books. Bayou's Books, one of the best bookstores ever. Oh man, yeah. That place is eternally busy. Like, I think I remember once or twice where I can't even breathe in there. You know what I mean? It is always busy in there, and I mean in a good way, not in a way that's like annoying or awful. Like, it's pleasantly busy. We'll put it that way. Yeah. Like, it, you know, and I'm like, wow, that is so awesome. Like, people are still reading books and stuff, man. That's terrific. You know. So yes, and I have you know, Cape Fear, the zombie handbooks there too. Yeah, I have prints there as well. You guys, if you guys fancy a print, and yes, you couldn't see me at a con or an event this year, and you want to grab a print or two, Bays has them. right up front in the store. And I go in every once in a while to replenish and put in new stuff. So there's always new stuff there. There will be more new dinosaur stuff too. Yeah, loving the dinosaurs, man. And yeah, what's not to love? Dinosaurs are awesome. Dinosaurs are awesome. So zombie dinosaur prints will be in there too. Gonna bring some of those in shortly. Yeah. So Bayou's Books. Check that place out. Oh my goodness, man. Yeah, what an awesome place. I would buy comics from that place. I bought comics from that place since I was probably 11 or 12. Yeah. And I lived like probably a 15-minute drive away from that place. Maybe a 15-minute drive, I think, away from that place. And I would walk there and buy comics, and if I didn't have enough money, I'd walk back. And it was like miles and miles away, you know. But I was like determined, man, you know. So, yeah, a lot of my comic book collection back then was like from Bayou's Books, you know. So, yes, and they're so kind to carry my work there. And I love I've always loved the staff, and the owners are, man, just wonderful people, man. And, you know, yeah, that's such a joy. There's such a joy to you know, chat with and everything, man. Everything about them is just great, and I always enjoy going in there, even if it's like for a few minutes, you know, to peek in. But yeah, I'll be back there soon, you know, adding new things to the bin. Yeah, to the print bin. And yeah, the Zombie Handbook is now on my print page. If you want to go to my print page, the link will be in the description below, and you can get the Zombie Handbook there. Yeah, not many left. No, oh man, that's another thing. Yeah, I might have to do another printing of those. Oh my goodness. Yes, yeah. Yes, that is imminent. It's the immigrants. It's always the immigrants. Yeah. Even when it wasn't the immigrants, it was the immigrants. Take it easy, Mo. Different episode, but appropriate, apt, even. Yeah, there we go. You know what? There's some nice, you know, zombie sort of like crazy viscera and flesh and like, you know, organs protruding and you know, all sorts of all manner of boil and tumor and, you know, things like that, right? Heavily mutated. Or possessed, or like, you know, like disgraced flesh, right? Like either it has demonic sort of, origins, or it's like a mutant. But I'm sort of going more towards the sort of, man, I'm kind of caught with this one. Yeah. Yeah, because again, it was just like it appeared to me, right? Like it appeared to me. So it didn't necessarily, like, it needed to be drawn, but it didn't necessarily have a reason to exist, you know. So I have to give it a backstory, and I'm kind of like torn between mutated or possessed, because in some cases they're very similar, right? Like in the case of Evil Dead, like there's a lot of like really crazy looking, Evil Dead, right? And mutated zombies and stuff you'd seen in even The Walking Dead had kind of that was kind of in there too. I don't know, like not to this extent. I don't think. I don't remember seeing anything like that. But yeah, like almost that level of mutation or destroyed flesh. Either or kind of work. Because yeah, you can almost see this in hell, right? Too. Because it's just so twisted and so, I delve into hell in the new in Cape Fear 2. And you can see my version of it in Cape Fear 2. I do a lot with that aspect, I think, in this comic. I think this Cape Fear comic, graphic novel that's coming up, Cape Fear 2, is more horror oriented. I think it has more horror in it than the previous one. I think. Yeah, I think. So, yeah. So I hope you guys dig it. I hope you guys like watching, or will enjoy watching, me do most of the Cape Fear, or some of the Cape Fear stuff in live streams. Because it'll be basically comic art, comic illustration, right? So, yeah, and inking, and again, some of the stuff that you see me do now will be in there, and style-wise and all that stuff, but the inking is done much differently, when I do, I think, comics. When I get into that more comic book rhythm, yeah. So, yeah, it's different. It's different, I don't think that much different that you can't tell it's done by the same hand, but it is, I think, different. I think with this, I take more chances because I'm experimenting a lot of times. But when I do comic book stuff, it's far more focused, I think, anyway, Plus, you're telling a story with your art, right? So you can't dick around. I mean, you want to get to the point. You want the story to continue forward. You want that momentum, right? So, there's things that you do to achieve that, right? That's kind of why sometimes I hate to say this because I by no means think that he's not a great artist, but Sienkiewicz, some of his stuff I didn't like because I felt that it was confusing. The story didn't flow because of the style of the art, and is like breaking the panel borders and all that kind of stuff. And I really didn't like that stuff. I really didn't like him his comic book stuff. Some of that when he was doing that, like his earlier stuff, I liked, but it was kind of a Neil Adams, homage, I guess you'd call it, which was great. But when he got into the more crazy stuff, I don't know, it didn't work for me. It stalled the story. It kind of it didn't continue the momentum because there was too much. And I find that artists that are so incredibly good and meticulous too almost take you out of the comic somehow. And I hate to say that because it's almost like I'm saying, oh yeah, you know, if your art's too good, you're not a good comic book artist. It's like, no, that's not it. It's kind of the, like you have a guy like Simon Bisley, for example, when he was doing Slain, you know, that story had a great flow. And even when what's his name, Glenn Fabry was doing it it was just black and white, like super, like this kind of thing, like super detailed, but like tons more black spotting, which I'm going to get to. But yeah, like his stuff was incredible too. And that didn't take you out of it. It didn't take you out of it. But some artists, their artwork kind of takes you out of the flow of the story, you know. So yeah, and I hate to say that, man, because I love their art. I love their art, but you know, for comics, it doesn't kind of work for me, you know. When you compare that, I know that's again, it sounds, you know, bad, but or whatever, but you know, you compare that to Kirby, right? Who, man, like, just like his vocabulary, like his illustration, like his drawing vocabulary, and like how he creates like movement and light and all of that stuff is genius. Like, you know exactly what he's doing. You know what I mean? Like he sells it perfectly, even with that sort of wonky style, you know, that simplistic style or that sort of angular style. That he kind of did more after his DC stint when he went back to Marvel, you know. Yeah, man, like his work is just like pow off the page, man, you know. And then classic. It's just so, yeah. Like even his static shots, like people's head, like talking head shots, like he can tell a story, man. He can tell a story, you know. So yeah, it's just awesome. So yeah, you know, and again, I don't mean to. I like it's like, oh, you're too good for comics, but yeah, that's not what I'm saying. You know, it's just that their art sometimes slows the story down. You know, it's like, oh, you can read it again. Like you can read it again in a different way. Yes, I know. I get it, but you know, the fact remains that it kind of does slow the story down a little bit. Or yeah, like, or in the Sienkiewicz way, it would confuse you. And maybe it was because I was a kid when I read it, but I have a feeling I'd have the same reaction to it now if I saw his work. You know, and I had those issues, man, of like New Mutants and all that he did and all that stuff. And yeah, man, I'm not really that eager to look into those issues because I wasn't a fan of his style. You know, maybe one day I'll give it another chance and I'll see it differently, but I don't know. Just a preference, man. I think it's more storytelling than the art. Like the art is unquestionably really, really good, amazing, and groundbreaking, and all that stuff. But I think it's the storytelling that suffers in that case. You know, yeah. That's my humble opinion. You know, you want my humble opinion on things? I'll tell you, man, because I don't bend the knee to anybody. You know, sometimes the theme finds you. You know, don't worry about it. That's art, baby. Yeah, it's true, and that's a good pun. Yeah, that's a good pun. No, but it's true. Yeah, sometimes the theme finds you. Yeah, I agree. 100%. You know, and the things around you inspire you, and as soon as you see those things, they might inspire you to, you know, create in some way, shape, or form, or give you a mental sort of like check mark to sort of go back to a checkpoint with a check mark to kind of go back to when you need that idea or inspiration to to do something for you, like it is doing for me right now. And I don't know where the inspiration came from this, other than the fact that I've been thinking about it. It's been in my head for the last couple days. I don't know why, but that's where the inspiration comes from. Inspiration comes for this. Yeah. So guys, yes, check out Zombie Daily, where all of the art that I do here and everywhere else goes. I will be at the Hanmer Valley Shopping Center tomorrow for the massive Halloween event they have going tomorrow. Man, I can't wait for that. I'm going to be finishing Tojiro. Yeah, Demon Slayer. And I got some other things I'm working on, I think. And you know what? I might just do literally what I'm doing now tomorrow. Yeah, I might just draw a few things like right on the spot from scratch. I don't know, I kind of feel like doing that. I don't know why. I'm in that kind of mood that, I feel like being creative, So yeah, and I think this, like I said, this is what I did earlier today. Right? And I was like, yeah, I really feel creative. So I really, really mangled them. Like probably the most I've ever done with this template. And I really like it. Yeah. And just with Sharpie. And I showed the students how to draw maggots. Yeah. Yeah. Got to think of these things. Right? So yeah, that was a lot of fun. This afternoon. Rob, you're always drawing. Yes, it's true. I love it, man. I love it. I'll be doing that tomorrow at the Hanmer Valley Shopping Center. That is one of my last appearances this year, I think. Because, I think I'm at some market thing, Maker's Market or something like that in November. But that's it. Yeah. So, come and check me out if you're in the area, guys. Pick up a print or Zombie Handbook or Cape Fear graphic novel. I had to take out another box today because, man, they've been selling like crazy. And I hope that's not the last box, but I'm getting the sinking feeling that is the last box. For some reason, I think it is. Yipes. Yeah. So after that, I don't know what to. There will be a discussion of that. Yeah, I'll have to discuss that with myself. Yeah. I need some time alone by myself with myself. There. To discuss. I really like that. That fingernail, that hand. The hand's great. I think. It's got that proper thickness. That arm, Yeah. Adrian, I'm so glad you could join me tonight. Awesome. And I'm so glad you guys can join me tonight here on the live stream, drawing the zombies and showing you guys some, little techniques and process stuff, right? Creating something from a nothing. It's magic. It's alchemy. Doing that. I think I'm going to rough up those lines. I think those lines are too slick. They're too Jim Lee-like. Or Scott Williams, rather, because he's the inker of mostly Lee's stuff. Yeah, it's pretty much, eh? So I understand that the last Batman series isn't over yet because they haven't finished the Hush storyline. Is that what I understand? That seems so weird to me. Like they already started a new Batman series, but because that was a weird move. I think that's what's going on with Batman right now. Like not absolute Batman, but the main Batman title. Like they started a new Batman series, and but they didn't finish the old one because they're still waiting for Jim Lee and co to finish the Hush storyline. I think, or am I crazy? Did I hear that? I thought that's what that was. I thought that's what was happening. Did I hear that at the comic store? I thought maybe. A little birdie told me. Yeah, this is, I really like this, man. This is really good. It's fun. It's fun. Yeah, look, you know what? It almost looks like something from Annihilation, too. Like something that could be in there, you know? I love that movie. I thought that movie was great, man. I thought it was awesome. Annihilation. Yeah, that was a wicked movie. I think I watched that like 4 or 5 times, man. Yeah, 4 or 5 times, maybe more. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's great. I think it's really cool. I love the creatures in it, man. You know, there's a message. Is there one? I don't know. I think Alex Garland does do some messaging in his movies and stuff, but I don't know. I just don't. I kind of don't care. If it's not obvious and like you know, nothing but the movie is that, then I'll be like, okay, it's not for me. But I don't know, like if it's in there, I don't really care, man. If it's a good movie, it's a good movie. You know, it's quite simple. Like I don't know. To willingly not like something because of, I don't know, peer pressure or whatever is the worst. Like it's the worst. It's such a regret. Like it's such a huge regret. You know, it will be anyway. Like I'm saying that because that's like a future thing. It will definitely be a regret. You know, it'll end up being a huge regret of yours. But yeah, like, you know, I don't know. I don't get that. Never made much sense to me. Excluding things because of peer pressure or something. That's nuts. Nuts. Cultish. Yes. And you know what? I just added that sort of rib cagey thing in there, and that was kind of out of the blue. That was instinct. It was instinct. It was all instinct. Yes. I got the instinct of a cat. Meow. Meow. Mirror. I've got the instinct of a Shah. There. Another rib cagey sort of thing. Oh, it's going to be interrupted by some kind of weird boil or whatever. Tumor. Yeah, we're just kind of, you know, this is basically just riffing on stuff that you sort of like laid out, you know. Like I laid out a sort of an area here where I can see where the line, the direction needs to sort of go, and then I fill it in with some, you know, nuts and bolts, and some veins and some tumors and some boils and some pustules and some, skin tags and all kinds of gross stuff, and adding that in there as I go, and recalling movies where I've seen cool practical effects, like things in nature, like all of those experiences go into your art, right? All of your life experiences go into your art. That's why it can't be, you can't AI something, man, and make it like, that's why it's not art. It's an image. It's not art, though. It can never be art. There is no argument there. So, yeah. Like all of these things, in fact, almost this entire thing that I've been inking so far is instinct. Like, I'm just making this up as I go along. You know what I mean? And I'm not going, oh, look how special I am. I'm just saying, like, that's kind of what I'm doing, right? So it's all sort of like coming out as I'm doing it, thinking it up, or I'm thinking of like that surface, what that surface should look like. Would this look good there? Would that look good there? Like super fast speed, and then drawing it, right? So yeah, like you're just riffing on it, type of thing. That's kind of what I'm doing. That's kind of what I feel like I'm doing. I'm just riffing, making up stuff. Yeah. In an educated way, of course, because I've got the pencil lines there. And again, they're not everywhere. But they're in enough places that I can sort of extrapolate other things, Yeah. Yeah. It'd be great if I could do chicken skin. Like that bumpy, like it's like chicken skin, like yeah, that kind of texture with the bumps. But like, I'd have to make it really big, which I could do, but it's kind of hard, man, because it needs to have that sort of special detail that might not show up in a size like this against everything else. So, I'll do something kind of similar. That dry, almost rhino kind of skin, maybe. But yeah, chicken skin would be great. Yeah, I think chicken skin is a little bit too subtle, is what I meant. Yeah. Now I think this 3 might be kind of short-circuiting for what I needed to do right now, so I might have to find the other good one. Yeah, so again, like, there's a lot of, anatomy shown in there, and, like, you see the calf, you see that sort of shin bone in there, the knee, but everything's warped, right? But you could kind of see it, right? You kind of see the ankles and like the ball of the foot back there. Everything's kind of warped. This is a giant like protrusion for an ankle here, but again, it works. Like, it works within the context. This toe is like, cracked the other way, and I think he's got what? Oh, he's got the right amount of toes. Oh, I actually thought I put an extra toe in, but he's got the right amount of toes. This foot, he's got 6 toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he's got 6 toes in this one. Yeah. So, and again, that I thought it was intentional with this one too, but I guess I couldn't fit it in there, or I thought it was in there, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, again, like that. See, again, it doesn't matter, right? We're doing this for the fun of it. It is what it is. Like, there's no question about what this thing is. It's like a giant, grotesque, like, lumbering monster, Whether it's a zombie or not, like, I'm calling it a zombie because I'm doing it. It's dead, definitely dead flesh, but it's warped and mutated and or possessed or all of the above, you know. So yeah, you know, with all these weird rib cages and stuff haphazardly around its body. Yeah, I'm adding one to its tricep, man. Yeah, you've gone too far, Sachetto. You've gone too far. Not necessarily saying it is a rib cage, but it is. Got too far. No one's gonna buy that. No one. You know, you draw it to have fun, right? You don't speed run it, and that's how it should be appreciated too. You know, look at it. Look at art. That's what it's there for. It's there for you to look at, for you to you know, ponder, for you to maybe understand, maybe to think of other things, maybe to, you know, there's so many facets to, you know, to art, experiencing art. Like, again, it should not be dismissed or speed run or like, you know, sidelined or anything. That is one of the things that keeps us human, man. Like our ability to create rather. You know, we lose that, and yeah, we devolve, man. You know, we'll just let you know, technology do it, man, and there we don't have to be as creative anymore. You know, let's turn off another part of our brains that, you know, would really help us. You know, for many things. You know, like creativity doesn't end with drawing, man. It's like it's ingenuity in everything. You know, being able to surmise, extrapolate, you know, imagine, you know. So yeah, let's just turn that off. We don't need it. You know, we don't need that. It's happening, man. It's happening, man. And you know, you could go, oh, that's a conspiracy theory thing. Yeah, really? No, of course it isn't. Like, of course it isn't. It's happening right now. You know. So yeah, you've been replaced. You know. Yeah. Technology, man. And you know, good. Of course, it has its benefits, man. I'm not like an old man who can't see that. You know, obviously it has its benefits, but I think it's gone too far, man. Like, I think it's gone too far with just like way too many like things could happen, man. I don't know. That part of it, I'm kind of like, yeah, the old man thinking that. But that's common sense, though. Like, you know, that's kind of common sense, though, right? I don't want to turn that off. I'm gonna need that. Yeah. There. How about that? Yeah. And we did that in like an hour and 40 minutes. That's fantastic. That's amazing. It's not done yet, but it's almost there. And yeah, I did this earlier today in 2.5 hours, approximately. Approx. So yeah, this was part of doing a workshop with students at the college. So yeah, this one turned out great. I love this. I think this is the 7th or 8th one I've done in that class, for that class. So this is a little series 2 as well. You know, it's got its own series potential. You know, I think I've done that for other things too, haven't I? I can't remember now. Oh yeah, I've done other workshops. So yes, I have done other ones of those. So I might have 10 of those templates, like differently, zombified. Yeah. So definitely that's a series, of course. And I'm not making that a rib cage. I'm just kind of bubbling it out, but I wanted to retain the whatchamacallits. I wanted to retain the oh my goodness, direction of the bicep. Keep that in there. So I'm going to continue that with the veins. Again, I'm ad-libbing. I'm like I said, I'm riffing on this. I'm just kind of making things up based on, on the pencils that I've done, right? That I just completed doing for you guys right in front of your eyes. And as you can see, there was no edits in this. And I'm kind of, like I said, I'm kind of making it up as I go along. I changed this arm drastically from what I had originally earlier. Yeah, I couldn't quite figure out what kind of texture that other arm should be. It didn't kind of make sense to me to do it in any other way than it already was, and I didn't like it. So yeah, I changed it entirely, and I immediately liked what I did, So, that again, very much part of the process, it is the process, like literally is the process. So, you can watch me do it from the blank page to this, when you watch it in full. And yeah, I wanted this to be a self-contained episode. So you can kind of watch this and I can learn how to do the whole thing in one, in one sort of viewing, So yeah. What am I going to do there? You know what? Nothing. I'm going to keep it like that. I don't care. I don't even care. Yeah. And then I'm going to add a lot of. No, you know what? I am gonna do that. Okay. What have I done? Oh God. I need my whiteout. Whiteout. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, what? Why is it up there? Why is it way up there? Where have you been? Look what you made me do. Yeah. Yeah. And then I'm going to do this. There. There. Now that works. Goody. And I'll be back to... Oh, you know what? I can make it work. I can make that work. Yeah, I'll make that work. Is it dry already? Yeah, it is. Okay. Okay, not dry enough. Not dry enough for this pen. Maybe. Maybe? Oh, it is. Okay. There. Yeah, I think I'll even make it thicker. Yeah, you see this arm now is kind of like a tentacle, or I don't know. It looks like it's wiggling, like, so it's definitely a tentacle of some kind, without suction cups, but yeah, like more a tentacle than a bone structure. But then at the end, it has this hand that does have bone structure because it has a hand with fingers. So again, it's kind of a mutated, call it mutated zombie demon or something. I don't know. I think with the details that I've put on there, it could go either way. It almost could go either way. Yeah. Because, the mutation could definitely account for the way the arm is and all the weirdness. And, so could demonic possession or it being a demon itself. It could just be a demon of whatever it is, like the demon of mutant zombies, man, or something, you know. But either way, it's one of those, man. It's got to be, yeah. That's weird. That's kind of not happened to me in a long time, where I didn't know the backstory of a character, you know. Because again, this one was sort of lingering around my brain, and had no other reason but to get out, you know, like no other reason to be drawn. Checking out the. Oh, all right, McCandless, how you doing? Saw you on tonight, and just stopped in to say, hey, looking good. I'm heading out to see my son in Romeo and Juliet, Vampires versus Werewolves. Oh, that's awesome. Well, have a great time. Thanks for stopping in, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And thank you to Adrian. Thanks for everybody who's tuning in tonight and watching the broadcast. I really appreciate it, guys. If you love the content, which how couldn't you love it? Please subscribe. That would be so awesome. I would really appreciate that. It would really, really actually mean a lot to me, guys. And in all seriousness, it will for sure help me in reaching a higher, loftier area up in the algorithms, and perhaps get in front of more eyes and show more people my art, which I love to do. You know, I love showing people my art, and you know what? Oftentimes people show me their art and tell me what they do, and I love that, man. I love that, and that's one of the reasons why I kind of do this too, and go to conventions and stuff. And I really miss it when I'm not doing them, you know, over the winter months. But such is life. I mean, that's part of how things go. But always looking forward to more in the spring. And you know what? Like I have done local things despite the weather before, but no out of town stuff. I can't do kind of that in the weather. And you know what? There aren't really any or many. I don't want to say any, but I'll say many. There aren't many cons or events happening during the winter like that. So, or that I know of anyway. But I couldn't really go to them, you know, because I don't do that. But during the winter, but yeah, I love doing the cons. I love interacting with the fans. It is a wonderful thing. Yeah, I've been doing it for a long time, man. I've been doing it for a long time. Like since 2009, I think. Yeah. And that's why, too, I review cons and hopefully give people insights into whether or not that con's for them as a vendor or a fan or whatever. And, man, like, I observe and report. I don't, I don't glad hand anybody. I don't bend the knee to anybody. You know, if it's not a great con, it's not a great con. I will have to say that, and I'm kind of taking a risk sometimes doing that, because at least one promoter did not take kindly to me, you know, giving his con a not great review. But you know, life is life, man. It's what happened. So yes, you know. But most of the time, you know, con organizers, if they watch the reviews, they're absolutely fine with it. My intent is not to crap talk people. My intent is to inform only, and like I said, observe and report. You know, yeah, I wanna like the con I go to, man, and we'll give it all the you know, credit it deserves if it's good, but I will definitely report on it if it does not go well. you know. Or again, like things like if it's not for artists, more, it's more for this. I'll sort of say I'll sort of inform on that fact too. Things like that, right? There's cons that I've gone to where it's like, no, you know what, this is not for me. And other cons where it's like, oh wow, like that is tailor made for what I do. You know, you'll find those things too if you start doing cons yourself as a creator. You know, you'll find that too. Some regions where it's like, or some cons. But I have to say, almost every type of event or con that I've done, I've had relatively good to excellent luck, or at least like I don't know if it's luck or what it is, but yeah, and I'm like, wow, that is great. Like I have a great sort of crowd fan base. Like even people who are into sports and stuff, like, you know, they dig those. I tell them like, yeah, check out those the sports logos, man, and they dig the sports logos. They check out Zombie Daily, and yeah, all those sports logos are there, like from the NHL and everything, and you know they're there to be looked at, man, to be checked out. There's like a whole series of zombie drawings there of the logos, man, and some I think mascots too, even maybe. Yeah, I can't remember, man. You know what? When you've done like as much zombie art as I have, it's kind of hard to remember. I think I did that. I know I did that Kansas City goofball from The Simpsons because I did all the Simpsons characters, you know. But yeah, like I can't remember if I did. Oh, I did this really weird one, a Baby King one. Oh, it was disturbing, man. What the hell was it again? It was some. I can't remember. I can't remember what it was for. It was for some kind of like baseball game or something in the States. It's this Baby King thing mascot. It's like, it's disturbing. It's like super disturbing. Yeah, man, and I did that mascot. I was like, oh my goodness. Yeah, Baby Cake King or something. Oh, it's weird, man. Yeah, but anyway, I did that, and I can't remember if I did any other mascots, but that would be a good series too, man. Sports mascots. I'd love to do those too. They're fun. I just did the inflatable frog zombie. So inflatable frog costume zombie. So check out Zombie Daily for that. That was posted recently. The dinosaur is next. The dinosaur is coming up. So the inflatable zombie dinosaur it's on its way. Yeah. So that's something to look forward to. You got something to live for. You got something to live for now. It's true. Yeah. Living for art, man. Living for art. Yeah. Yeah. And enjoying the creation of art. Do I every day. And maybe you can one day as well, if you so choose. Pick up a pencil, get a little sketchbook that you can carry around with you, and do some drawings. Do some drawings. Draw some things. And you'll feel good. You'll feel good about it. Just checking the chat there. I'm gonna slip back into my real time. Real time. There we go. There we are. I love the sternum in there. Oh, excuse me. It's dry in here, and you know what? It's great. I love the fact that it's dry. Comics love it. Oh yeah, it's good. Yum. Guys, I am very close to finishing this. It is very much almost done. And I mean it. Yeah, look at that. And we did this in less than 2 hours. Less than 2 hours. And this is almost a completed drawing, inked from scratch, that we did just out of a vague vision in our minds. Yeah. A vague, a shadow image in my mind. And that's where this came from. It's been in there for a couple days. I don't know why. Like I said, I don't know where it came from. But I'm drawing it, and it's almost finished. And you all watched me. And you all watched me do it. The proof is there. And yes, this was for you guys to check out, and if you want to, pick up any of the sort of inking, things I do, as you see me kind of like, putting hatching around that vein to make it thicker, and all these little details and stuff, intersecting lines with that sort of white, in between, so it shows that there's like a vein there or something. All of those lines mean something, and if you want to look at them, you can stare at this for a while. But yeah, nobody does that anymore. Well, I think a lot of people expect something from art instantly sometimes, and again, like, you're not supposed to speed run art. You're supposed to enjoy and ponder it, and understand it, maybe understand where the artist was coming from. There's so many facets to art and experiencing it. Even the way it's made is interesting. Like, I'm doing this just as pen and ink. And like, there's so many different styles that you could do art in, that are different, that are the same, illustrative, and even the texture of those materials that you're using on that surface, make up the art too. So yeah, there's so many facets to art. And the use of it, and just the joy of it, and the wonderment of it, and just what it does for you creatively, and like, to see that kind of go because of AI is just preposterous. Like, it's just like saying, okay, well, we don't have to think anymore, we don't have to be creative anymore, we'll just let this thing do it. It's got enough information. Everything in the world has been drawn already, or illustrated, or photographed, or filmed, or whatever. Let's just let this thing do it for us now. We don't need actual people to think of anything, or draw anything, or illustrate anything, So having a piece of something that is drawn by a real person who, people knew about, at a time, someone who is, in the industry, a professional that had a following, or something like that, to some degree, or, just a professional artist, to have pieces of their work is, it's going to be a very rare thing, because there just won't be any more of it. It'll all be bought. It'll all be in someone's collection, and it's already happening. Like, the prices that I see for comic book pages going right now are unbelievable. Like, people are buying entire issues of artwork, and that's nuts. I feel great for. I hope some of the artists are making the money from that. I really do, because, man, that is really amazing. Like, there's it seems like an incredibly fluid market right now, and I'm really glad to hear that. I wish I was in it, but I'm not, so, that's fine. But I really hope the people that are making money that deserve to make that money, man. I hope it's the creators, man. I hope it's the artists that are, making some of that money there. That people are buying their artwork from, because sometimes it's through a third party or whatever, but it seems like a very brisk market for art right now. And you know what? Maybe it's just like I said. Maybe Rob was right all along. But yeah, I think it's going to be sooner rather than later that artwork will be a massively collected thing, because again, it'll be the rarity of it. The rarity of it, and just what it is, like the tangibility of it, it's handmade. It's a handmade image, It wasn't printed. It was like that was created on that page with materials. Like that'll be such a distant thing, so to have something like that will be like huge, man, And again, I think the collectability of it's great. Like the investment in it is like the potential there is like massive too, So, yeah, man. Pick up some original art from artists that you like. A friend of mine at a con actually said they were able to commission a couple of really big, like fairly big artists to actually do commissions for them. I can't remember their names off the top of my head, but oh man, not Frank Cho. But what's his name? He's got he has a sort of Darwin Cook, Bruce Timm style. I think his last name is Cho. It's not. I don't think it's Frank. It's not Frank Cho. Like it's not that Liberty Meadows guy. I'm gonna say the Liberty Meadows guy, but like he's done like tons of things since then. Anyway, like he commissioned him, I think, and he was he had a very reasonable price for his customs, his commissions. So yeah, and I consider him a pretty big artist. I think he's great. Like his style is really fantastic. I like that kind of Bruce Timm and Darwin Cook type of style too. I know it's like really, it has that sort of Kirby-ish feel to it. That otherworldly almost feel to it. With those thick dark lines. But again, I like that style too. I like many styles. Mobius, Neil Adams, Art Adams, Byrne, Barry Smith, Bart Sears, even, man, like so many dudes, man, so many dudes, so many ladies, so many dudes. Yeah, I really like that. Again, crazy mutant zombie demon monster. Yeah. And you know what? I could go even further with it. Oh, man. You know what? I gotta say, this is not a great whiteout pen. It's awful. It's always a pain in the ass. Always. Like, either come out or don't come out. Like, what's going on here? It's just come out on the table. Shut up. Right, there. It feels like it's fading. Like maybe this is actually where what do you call it? Getting all liquidy. Sometimes they get liquidy at the end. At the end of their tenure. Okay, well there. We'll let that dry. It won't take long. But what I'm going to do in the meantime is do a thick holding line. Yes, my signature move. Rob's got one move. Rob's got two moves: shake and bake. Oh, and I already put my hand right in it? I did, didn't I? Oh, you know what? It was dry though. Okay. There. Well, I'm shaking and baking right now, I can tell you that. Putting the thick holding line there. And you know what? I think after this, I think we're done. I think we're done with this guy. Yeah. I might put a bit of a little bit of black spotting underneath him. Yeah, in the crotchal area, I think. I'll have to see. We'll see. But for now, I'm doing the thicker holding line. And it's not too thick. This time I'm not going with the Sharpie. I'm going with this marker over the ink. And yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like that it's not too thick. I could thicken it up in areas maybe later, but oh, you know what? I think this pen is starting to run out. Darn. Well, I'll use it for dry brush. Yes. So in the meantime, I will have to use this. Oh no, not this. Yes, it's true. Yeah, you know what? Actually, I like this better. You know what? I like you better, man. Yeah, I like this better. Yeah, it's a smoother line and it's darker, I think, too. Yeah. Yeah. And I really like this, man. I really like how this is turning out. Hope you guys are too. Hope you guys like it too. And I really hope that you would, if you could, subscribe to the channel. You knew that was coming. That would be awesome. And guys, man, I can't believe again, and you know what, I didn't even mention this, the new followers or new subscribers rather, of the Patreon page. Thank you so much, guys, for joining up there. And yeah, that's wonderful. You get to see new zombie art every single day. So check that out. The link is in the description below, of course. And you know what? I basically consider this channel and the and Zombie Daily like the same thing. You know, all the art that I do here goes onto there, and yeah, like I post videos there too. Like I'll post the videos there as well for members. So they can check it out there as bonus posts. And I also post a lot of like art like non-zombie art there too. So if you guys want to see me do non-zombie art, it's there as well. But yeah, many zombie drawings there. It's called Zombie Daily, and it delivers what it promises. Yeah, every single day. We are getting incredibly close to Halloween and incredibly close to the next zombie pinup milestone, which will be number 1100 in that series. So that image is done and just waiting to be posted on Halloween, and I'm looking forward to that. So check out Zombie Daily on Halloween for the newest milestone in the zombie pinup series. And do yourself a favor and check out the Zombie Pinup Diva series on Zombie Daily right now by just scrolling. I mean, you could type in pinup in the search bar, and then that'll give you, just the pinups. But yeah, check those out. You know what? Some of them I had to put behind the paywall because Patreon, I wouldn't let me show them without blah blah blah. I don't know what their policy was, but I was like, yeah, okay. So I had to kind of do that. So only members, only actual subscribers can see those. But I don't think there's that many. There might be like 50. Yeah, there's quite a few, but yeah. Because they have boobies on them. Yeah. Can't have that. Oh, the horror of human breasts. Breasts. So there we go. That is Terrifying Zombie. To your left, you'll see a Terrifying Zombie. Created from scratch tonight with you guys watching. Yeah. And you know what? I'm kind of showing you more, tricks and tips and things, just like the hashtags say. Well, in terms of doing the drawing, the penciling, tightening up of the pencils, the sketching, like basically just the concept art, like creating it from nothing with pencil, like kind of sketching it. And in this one, I kind of knew where I was going. I kind of knew roughly where I was going to go with this one. And so I kind of did it a little faster. Otherwise, I would just have the theme and, start sketching and see where it goes. And then have a bit of intent. Like, you always have to have a bit of intent. But, for some, it's kind of hard. You're like pulling it and going, oh, I don't know what the theme is. And so you have to have a theme. And the theme tonight was this thing that was been in my head for a couple days. So here it is. And it is a zombie. And it is traditional art that you yourself can do with very little anything. Effort, finances. You can get a sketchbook at the dollar store. You can get a pen like this type of thing, and pencil at the dollar store as well. And there you go, eraser, and maybe get a mechanical pencil so you don't have to, constantly sharpen your pencil and have to put the shaving somewhere. You gotta think of those things. Right? So yeah. Having a mechanical pencil is better for when you're on the road. You just have your leads with you. Man, they slip into any pocket, like they're super thin, right? They're in a little plastic sort of container that you open up, like boop, and then one falls out. Like a little graphite stick falls out, so you just reload your pencil with that. I like that. I like those. I like that method. I use mechanical pencils more than the regular kind of wooden pencils type of thing. And it's not an environmental thing or anything like that. It's just I find it is actually less wasteful, but I don't. That's not the reason. I think it's just more economical. And yeah, when you take it on the road, which I often do, that the pencil shavings are a consideration. So yeah, and they often have an eraser in them, which is good. So you don't have to bring an eraser. Too. So the less stuff you bring, the better. when you're doing cons, when you're on the road. And I always draw when I'm at conventions or events like that, because, man, for many reasons, of course, I'm getting work done. I'm actually connecting with the people that are there, watching me sort of draw, and then making the connection that the art that I have at my booth or table is in fact mine. And, it starts a conversation right away. So, if you're an artist and you do cons, bring art with you to do if you don't already. That is a massive, massive tip that really helps for many, many, many reasons, some of which I've just outlined. But, gives you something to do instead of looking down at your phone, man. That's bad news, man. Be engaged, be engaging when you're doing a convention. That's really important. That's really important. I think, again, for me anyway. And I'm naturally engaged. Like I've got that sort of radar. Like when people come by my table, my head immediately goes up, because people are coming towards me. They're in a certain radius, right? And my spidey senses pick it up, and boop, head pops up, and you greet people, and in a non-desperate, frightening way. Act natural. Act natural. Let me do the talking. No, you know what? Communication with fans is a huge thing. Like again, I'm speaking in an artist sense at cons. Communication is a huge thing, and you want to be succinct. You want to answer people's questions if they have questions about your art or whatever. So yeah, you want communication to be good. So you want to be articulate and not distracted. And I'll tell you, sometimes it's true. I've been distracted because of just so many people at my table at the same time. Sometimes I can't I'll have to bend in to hear people or whatever. So it's sometimes hard to always maintain that, right? And you have to just do what you can and do the best you can in that case. But communication is really important when you do those, right? When you do conventions. For many, many reasons. Yeah, there we go, guys. I think we might be done here, and yeah, I think this one might be a completed one. Yeah. Yeah, so maybe I'm gonna put. I don't know. Should I put some more dark? I think that's kind of dark there. Down there. We're down here. There. Yeah. I think that recedes enough. There. Yeah, weird gigantic tumor type of thing. It's got holes in it. You got hair on it. There's hair on it. Yeah, some nice shadowy detail in there. Yeah, I love that. You got those deep sort of vein areas and such, and stuff and such. Got that. And those weird, of course, all of those weird rib cages and spinal columns amongst everything, Yeah, I love that. I hope you guys dig this one. I hope you had a good time watching me draw. And I hope you have a great time drawing yourself one day. Soon. But I think we are completed. I think we have completed. I think we are complete. I think we are almost completed. Those pants completed. Yeah, there we go. I think a little more, right? Right, yeah. Yeah, I think a little bit of that there. There. Yeah. I could go on. There, okay. Alright. Alright, guys. I am going to bid you a fair adieu for this evening. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to be at the Hanover Valley Shopping Center tomorrow, which is why I'm doing a little bit of a shorter one tonight. Not shorter by much, but still. I'll be there tomorrow for a giant Halloween event sponsored by and run by Witches and Weirdos. So shout out to Witches and Weirdos for creating that event for us to all go to, and I will be there, and I'll see you there. Hopefully, if you're local, if you're in the area, check it out. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video. That really helps too. And that's even easier to do, but I know it's hard to remember, and I sometimes forget myself, but I always try to go back and do it. That really does help, guys. So if you can do that too, that'd be wonderful. Again, thank you all for watching. I'm gonna just check the chat one more second to see. Okay, good. All right. So I'm gonna bid you adieu, guys. I'll see you again soon. Until then, best wishes and love as always. Rob is signing.